So welcome to another HUBchat. Today we have the pleasure of being joined by Richard Stokes.
Hello, sir.
Thanks for joining us, Richard.
Wonderful to be here,
Thank
as
you.
ever.
Thank you. The purpose of these conversations is to give you an opportunity to tell a little bit about your story so that we can all get to know each other a bit better.
Yeah.
Without further ado, if you could just explain a little bit about the projects that you're currently working on.
Yeah, certainly. So I do a number of things. I guess there's a lot of people in Ibiza at the Hub doing a lot of different things, and I've really joined them. So I come from a 20-plus year corporate career in advertising, where you do kind of one thing and you try and do that one thing really well.
Yeah.
And I moved out of that into now being a executive and business coach, business trainer, workshop facilitator, and podcast host, which is the thing that I've done an awful lot of during lockdown, given work kind of was a little bit harder to come by, as I'm sure everyone felt, so I really threw myself into that particular project.
Sure.
And now, as we hopefully coming back into, let's say, new normal times, it's a combination of still running the podcast because I'm highly passionate about it, and also doing working with clients in a different way on the coaching front. Because what I think, out of this crisis, opportunity has come, and you guys at the Hub have definitely thrown yourself into that, and you've innovated, and I've had to innovate as well, in that I was usually meeting my clients face to face, usually in London. So I'd be flying back from this lovely island back to London, back and forth, which was fine but quite tiring, to be honest with you, and there's some cost to that. And in the last year, I'd kind of pre-COVID actually flipped my business around to do a lot more remote coaching and actually training and facilitation of workshops for teams and that sort of thing. So that's really where I am now, doing a lot less travel, a lot more from here, which is why the Hub is so useful to me as a destination, as a community. And also, you talk about new projects, I'm increasingly doing more work on the island.
Okay.
So I think there's this sort of combination of you do work from the island, you do work off island, and now I'm doing more on island. Coming out of actually some sessions we ran with you guys, just telling more of the Hub members what is coaching. Because it's often something that, what is coaching? Is it like sports coaching? What exactly happens in it?
Sure.
And we tried to answer some of those questions for some members, and we offered out some free sessions because we wanted to just help people, businesses in some pretty difficult circumstances.
For sure.
So we had some great conversations, and out of that has grown, for me, some clients on the island. So that's what I'm really looking forward to and excited about growing as we get into the autumn, the winter, into next year. And sitting in the same space as some people again.
Very nice. So, talking about the autumn and winter, so how long have you been on the island, and when did your Ibiza story start?
So just over 2 years on the island full time. We've been coming here on holiday for many years, and we were just looking to live and work differently, frankly, and certainly living closer to nature was at the heart of what we wanted to do, which is really what brought us back to Ibiza, as I say, 2 years ago. And I remember the day I came and joined actually the Hub. It was a January day.
Okay.
So it was, I wouldn't say it's dark and cold in the winter, but it was a bit different. And I was sitting at home, and I'd had a really long conversation with my dog. And I suddenly realised I think I need some human company.
Maybe, I think working from home is the holy grail, right, until you do it too much.
Exactly. It's like a lot of things in life, it's about balance. And I really needed that. Get out of the house for a few days, come to somewhere with some like-minded people, a creative environment, really helped me. And that's what I talk a lot to my clients about now, is trying to find that kind of balance in how they're working. And I find that, again, on the island, and I guess the need, the requirement of maybe working with a business coach is that our life and our work are completely blended. There's so many entrepreneurs here, there are so many people running small businesses, which is wonderful, but sometimes you just need to have maybe a different type of conversation with somebody, find an accountability partner, someone to really, as I say, think out loud with, and it's someone who's not going to judge you, because I have no agenda. I'm very interested in what you're doing, but
Yeah.
I don't have a financial interest in what you're doing.
Sure.
So that's the key in terms of what a coach
Yeah.
can do. So yeah, long story short, yeah, I've been here 2 years, and we've not just 4.5 months ago, our son was born here.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So we feel, with Noah coming along, even more bonded to the island than we even were before.
Yeah,
So,
amazing. Given that obviously this current situation is making a lot of people think about what they're doing with their lives, and they may have been thinking, I would like to live somewhere like Ibiza one day. What would you say to those people that are sat on the fence?
Well, I've been that person.
I know you have.
I've been that person.
We all have, right?
Yeah, exactly. I sat on that fence for a really long time.
Okay.
My wife was definitely more, come on, let's do it. And I think I was thinking more about what I had to lose than what I had to gain.
Sure.
So I had to flip my thinking around. I actually was working with a coach then. I was being coached. Massively helped me just think about the upside rather than the fear factor.
Yeah.
I'll work on this thing called the ladder of fear. As
Okay.
You start at the bottom of this thing, and when you're thinking in a negative mindset, you can very quickly get yourself from, I moved to Ibiza, it will all go wrong, I'll be penniless and I'll die lonely.
Yeah.
This is a real thing, and
Yeah.
it was certainly going on for me.
Sure.
So I needed to get over that.
Yeah.
And take a more positive mindset and just start to think of all the wonderful things that could happen.
Yes.
So a great tip actually is we created a vision board at our home in Kentish Town in North London. We literally visualised everything we wanted from my lifestyle in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And it's funny, just yesterday my wife was saying, that vision board, every single thing we put on there has happened.
Yeah.
Included having a baby, included living closer to nature in a lovely house, setting up my own business, her working in an amazing school. All these things have come to pass.
Yeah.
Because we put it out there.
Yeah.
Instead of holding it in,
Sure.
we really put it out there. So my advice would be, maybe get some help, maybe get a vision board, and just do it.
Yeah, sure.
Just do it.
Yeah. Wicked.
Best thing we've ever done.
Amazing. Just to kind of wrap it up, the hub, obviously, like you say, been here for nearly 2 years.
Nearly
right?
2 years,
yeah. Obviously, it's changed dramatically since then. But what would you say? Like, is there like an experience or a moment or something that kind of captures it for you? Like, what is the hub?
Oh, that's a great question. What is the hub? I mean, it's so much more than I thought it was when I came along. I thought, a desk and some fast internet.
Yeah.
Was really that.
Which there is.
Both those things do exist.
Yeah.
But it's kind of very rational.
Yeah.
Thought, and as not surprising as you discover, as you go deeper with something, get closer to something, you discover the community. And the community is really important. I've got some great friends I've met from working out at the hub.
Yeah.
The sense of productivity that I get from stepping out of, this is back to this point about balance. The home is great, and I've got a little home office.
Yeah.
And I still come to the hub at least 2 or 3 times a week because I just need a different viewpoint. I need to hear different voices around me.
Sure.
I have great conversations.
Yeah.
It's also become a great source of guests for my podcast, the Mojo Podcast,
Yeah,
which is still going strong.
Yeah.
And I think it's helped generally me and my wife feel just, again, closer, more bonded to the island, because I think some people's relationship with Ibiza can be a little bit superficial, and you need certain things. It could be the school where your child goes to, that sort of thing, and we're not quite there yet. But for me, the hub really bonds me to the island. I find out loads of things that are going on. You meet like-minded people. You meet people who can help you out.
Yeah, sure.
Which is really important. I think in all of this, understanding what we all do.
Yeah.
It's like, this is who I am. This is what I do.
Yeah.
So I can help you, but how can you help me?
Yes.
As well. And I think when this starts to go around and we all start to talk more about what we're doing, the community network effect of that is really powerful.
Yeah. Sure.
Really powerful.
Nice one. Thank you very much for joining us today,
Sam,
Richard.
my absolute pleasure. I love to talk.
Yeah, wicked. Nice one. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.